What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk about a story that broke yesterday out of Dallas, Texas. Shout out Dallas. And it's about this woman here, man. This is really foul. This is some foul stuff here, man. Before I even introduce you to this woman up here who tragically lost her life, may God rest her soul, I talk a lot about how you could be minding your business and death will come knocking on your door and sometimes kicks the door in. This is one of those videos. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman that you see up here, her name is Alice Fisher from Dallas, Texas. She just recently got home from the hospital, not even 24 hours supposedly. And this past Wednesday at 9 o'clock, multiple masked gunmen, armed, kicked in her door and just laid down all kind of lead in her house. They said they fired up to 60 shots. Every room in her house was hit. And they're saying it's mistaken identity. Evidently, they didn't hit the wrong house, but they kicked in the door and just shot her up while she sat in her favorite chair, talking to her sister on the phone. So somebody else witnessed the demise of this woman that was close to her for something that shouldn't have happened in the first damn place. And just as soon as they came, they left. Here's the story.
Dallas police are looking for a group of masked men who unloaded a barrage of bullets into a disabled woman's home, killing her. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. You can see evidence of dozens of bullets being fired inside the victim's home. We're told the victim, identified by family as Alice Fisher, was on the phone with her sister when the shooting started. She was described as a loving aunt and mother and a kind neighbor too. Fox 4's David Centendry live at Dallas Police Headquarters with the story. David.
Yeah, Steve, the disabled woman who was shot and killed lived alone in that apartment, and it appears that people kicked in her door before firing dozens of shots at her and throughout the apartment. Her family believes that the people who shot her mistook her apartment for someone else's.
I mean, we really don't know.
Alice Fisher's family is unsure who killed her, kicking in her front door and firing dozens of shots into her West Dallas apartment Wednesday evening.
She was disabled. She just came home from the hospital yesterday. Wasn't in her house comfortable, not what, 4-5 good hours.
Fisher lived alone.
Disabled, couldn't move. She was heavy set. Like, it's just sad.
It appears she was resting in her reclining chair when she was ambushed.
My mother actually was on the phone with her and she screamed.
Her family says she was shot 9 times. Every room in her apartment, from the bathroom to the 2 bedrooms, sprayed with gunfire. Fox 4 saw dozens of evidence markers.
Thinking you're safe in your home and something like this happens, like stop the senseless violence and killings for no reason. Like you took an innocent woman who was looking forward to raising her grandson. It's sad.
Fisher lived in Dallas Housing Authority's King Bridge Crossing. Surveillance video shows Dallas Police Department's crime scene. Additional footage we've seen, but do not have permission to broadcast, shows several masked individuals with guns walking up to Fisher's apartment before gunshots are heard. Latoya Caldwell says she heard the shots and saw young men running away.
I saw them running back to the car, and then I saw all of them get in the car.
And they just sped off?
They sped off and went down this way, came this way and went down that way.
But you couldn't see them because they had ski masks on?
Because they had ski masks on.
Boom, 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 boom.
Neighbors Roy White and Yolette McEwen went to check on Fisher after they heard the gunfire.
Just a lot of shooting, and then afterwards, after the shooting, me, him, and my neighbor's son, we all went down there to Miss Alice's house. Her door was standing wide open, and all you seen was like a whole bunch of bullet casings on the inside of her doorway, on the inside of her house. Over 50, 60 shots. She was a sweet person. And I pray to God and I hope to God that they catch whoever it is that killed her.
Dallas Police Department has not said what a motive might be, but Fisher's family believes the shooting was intended for someone else.
Wrong apartment. That's what we've been hearing.
Looking for someone else.
Someone else, yeah. It was like the wrong door. Like she didn't deserve it.
While Fisher's loved ones hope for arrests, they want people to realize what she meant to their family.
her being a loving, caring aunt, sister, mother, and a friend.
No enemy. She was a good woman, a loving, kind neighbor.
There are cameras throughout that apartment complex, and specifically a camera located on a pole right outside of her unit. We know at least some footage has been turned over to Dallas Police Department. Obviously, if you have any indication on who's responsible, you're asked to give them a call.
Story of this woman, Alice Fisher, may she rest in peace. She was loved and appreciated by family like everybody else, but some people don't care about that. Multiple men bust in the house and just shot. Didn't even get any clarity, just shot. She's sitting in the chair. They said the woman is disabled, heavy set, can't move like that. All she had to do was sit there. All she could do was sit there and take that barrage of bullets. Said she was shot 9 times, they estimate. If you look at that chair she was sitting in, you see those little white markers. That's where every bullet hit. It's messed up. To just kick in somebody's door with so much hate or anger or desire to do something or achieve something that you just come in the house, pull the trigger, close your eyes or whatever, and hit whoever. That's why I tell you, if you have the opportunity or you are able to go and get you a firearm or something like that, you got to arm yourself. Because nowadays the devil's coming right to your door and he's kicking it wide the fuck open. Said the woman was a grandmother. Said she just got out the hospital. Once you think about that, a bunch of adults came in the house with masks on, shot up this house, didn't even have verification that that's the place they were supposed to be, but out of anger, they bust up in there and killed the wrong person in the wrong apartment, then ran out of there just like gutter rats. On to the next mission. You're lucky I don't run this country. I'm telling you. I would knock a lot of shit out. If your ass was caught with a gun and you ain't supposed to have no gun, or your ass was caught with a gun and it was linked to a crime and you was the one that did it, you'd be out of here. You'll be out of here. If your ass, I would start taking citizenship from people, and a lot of people would be getting kicked out of this damn country, minus these migrants, this migrant situation they talking about. There are a lot of people that don't want to be here. They don't want to be nowhere. Don't like themselves. Hell, and they reflected on them not liking other people, and shit like this happen. Can't make people do right. They have to fix themselves. They have to get right. But man, this type of stuff right here, man, I mean, you can't even explain this. You can't. You think them guys are going to come forward and say, damn, that was messed up. We have a conscience. We'll go and turn ourselves in. They won't do that. Won't do that because it's too much like right. Just like living your life, to a lot of people, it's too much like right. So what they do is try to take from others because they contribute nothing to fucking society. Now they got a plan for a funeral. Woman just came home from the hospital before the doctor could even check up on her and see how she's doing. She's dead from a situation outside of her control and had nothing to do with her health issues. There are people out here, man, like I said, their only recreation is the recreation. And that's your proof right there. A long time ago, you could say, man, ain't nobody gonna bust up in here because I don't do anything. I don't bother nobody. Why would somebody bust up in my house? Well, yeah, now it's changed. It's changed. At any given time, somebody can knock your door down and shoot you the fuck up. Me included. That woman right there wasn't even in the streets, but the streets came to her. And that's sad because now these people got a plan for a funeral and don't know who did it. A lot of anger. Part of them has died as her life was taken totally from her. And for what? It's no motive, no nothing. People are bold nowadays. And the punishments need to be bold as well. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's unfortunate this happened to this young lady, Miss Alice Fisher. I don't know why I call everybody young man and young lady like I'm older than them. But it's upsetting. It is. And it's tragic. May she rest in peace.